Rio. Ay pare-pareho. We all share this excitement of the World Youth Day then, and we're looking forward to this travel. For some of us, this will be the first time that we will be traveling out of the country, if I'm not mistaken. May I have a raise of hands for those who will be traveling for the first time? Oh, you've got the number. Okay, so this is a kind of a fortunate thing for you because we don't need any visa going to Brazil. And passport will do. And also from our end, yung sa ECY ngayon, we are not so concerned about what do you call this? You not coming back. Unang-una, what is there to look forward to Brazil? Kahit nanalo sila sa Confederation Cup. What is that? Hindi naman tayo football, soccer sa uwas. But, walang naghihintay na trabaho sa atin. Kukunti sa atin ang may kamag-anak, di ba? Sino may kamag-anak sa Brazil? Sino may kamag-anak? Taas ang kamay, please. Pakibantayan niyo sila. See, chances are kasi not like in Europe or in the United States, doesn't matter. The chance of staying behind is very great. That's why there's a lot of anxiety, like it was in Madrid last 3 years ago. It wasn't so much in Australia because we knew that it was a water-bound continent na hindi pwedeng mahirap pumakas kung saan ang basta magpapaiwan. May nagpaiwan, hindi kumagal. Kasi naubusan siya ng karneng kangaroo. Mahilig sa kangaroo. Anyway, kidding aside, we are all looking forward to this. But the anxiety or the rather joyful anxiety that is in our hearts must be tempered with the real purpose of why we are there. We are going there in the first time. And what is that? We are joining hundreds of pilgrims to join the Holy Father celebrate World Youth Day. Well, of course, that's the very reason. But exactly what that means is the purpose of why we gathered these past 2 days. I am sure you have also appreciated the privilege of becoming a part of this delegation of ECY Philippines as we go to Brazil for this World Youth Day. But I think it is very important for us to really appreciate and affirm in our hearts the very reason why we are going. There's the opportunity for tourism, of traveling for the first time, meeting new friends, being said na nandun ka sa World Youth Day 28 World Youth Day 28. Well, these are statistics. But the journey is deep within. That's the more important journey. And in this journey, the readings tell us first, that the Lord will bless us with plenty. In the first reading from Isaiah, speaking to a people who was experiencing great darkness in their lives, he promises something wonderful. And God has always done this to us. For those of us who have encountered Him in our lives, we have always received the same message. God's promise is always for abundance. For joy, for peace, for blessings and plenty. And therefore, in this journey, that is what the Lord is offering us as well. For as long as we don't get too distracted with a lot of things. We can be easily distracted kasi with a lot of things. I don't have to get into details. You have been forewarned. There have been a lot of, pabilin, bantayan ito, ingatan ito, gano'n. At higit sa lahat, this is a journey that is just as important as an internal journey, just as much as it is an external one. Hindi lang yung naglakad tayo ng 13 kilometers papunta sa Lumen Pile, sa lugar na kung saan mag-iipon-ipon tayo, tama ba yun? Campus Eden pala. Lumen Pide nga pala yung city ano sa yun, pero ganun na rin yun. Basta Pide. Nakita tayo sa Pide. On the last day, sa Pide. Doon tayo makikita-kita because with the Father, with the Holy Father, it is meant to be a highlight of this journey precisely. And journey not so much because we will meet the Pope for the first time, this Pope Francis whom we are looking forward to meet. But through him, we hope to encounter God. We want to once again experience this year of faith that we have been celebrating here locally. We had our own congresses, we had our own little things and big things here and there. But the journey within, what has been happening there? And you are privileged to be given this moment, this time rather, to be enhanced in your faith, to grow deeper in your awareness of God in your life, and to proclaim precisely that to others. And that is the second point that I would like to point out. We are not here, we are not going there, we are not here on this earth for that matter, in order to be filled with God alone and period. Tapos na. We are supposed to be filled with God because we have to share Him to others. We have to be His instruments of peace. We have to be proclaimers of His truth. We have to be defenders of His life. We have to be witnesses of His love. In many different ways, of course. The gospel is a very familiar one. When Jesus says, the harvest is great, but the laborers are few. Alam natin ito. Pero nakasanayan natin na the harvest is great, but the laborers are few. Kasi kukunting pare, iisang madre. Iisang madre na kasama natin ngayon. So laborers are few. But the laborers are not just priests and nuns. Laborers are you and we. When Jesus said, these laborers are few to His disciples, He was not talking to them as priests and nuns. As a matter of fact, there were no priests and nuns there then. So He is referring to each and every one of us. We are His laborers. And first of all, we must be comforted by the thought that even like the mustard seed, the proverbial mustard seed that begins as one of the smallest seeds, becomes a great shrub, a big tree. Even the birds dwell in it. And you know that this mustard seed that began in this little motley group of 12 disciples, na wala pa ngayong isa, kaya kailangan palitan, naging 1 bilyong kasamahan ng Panginoon ngayon. We are more or less 1 to billion maybe. So 1 billion strong today in this world of 6 billion people. Well, that is statistically, it is quite a number from this little 12 group of men, or including women who were disciples then. We are that many now. But just the same, statistically again, we say, if that is out of 5 billion, 1 billion lang ang mga Pinoy, ang mga Katoliko, o Kristiyano for that matter, then may 4 na billion pang hindi Kristiyano. Alisin na natin din yung mga Muslim, yung mga Buddhist. Sila din kasi, meron din silang tradisyonal religion at malamang mga banal din sila na tulad ng maraming Katoliko. Pero marami pa rin dyan yung mga taong naghahanap sa Diyos. Siguro mga Katolikong tulad natin, but they have abandoned God. They have put God aside because they have started to believe and to follow other gods. Small letter G's. Small G. And we are called to them. We are called to witness to them. So, the fruit of World Youth Day is not so much about telling those other delegates there, or maybe the other Brazilians who will not be delegates, and tell them, I have encountered Christ. I am a Catholic from the Philippines and I like to witness to you. Maybe it's not even that. We may never even have the opportunity to meet a Brazilian and tell him or her that I am a Christian and I'm a Catholic and I would like to witness to you about Jesus. And we come here filled with a lot of other things, but the call to witness may be here when we come home. In the very privacy of our homes, when there is brokenness,